What secret are you hiding from everyone but okay to share with us here? That I'm leaving my job in a few weeks. I keep having people try and schedule things with me months in advance where I'm sort of forced to smile and agree. It's always weird to be in that space of too early to give notice. I was just in the same situation. It's super awkward. This is my last week. Cheers to us both. I'm really lonely and sad, but I don't know how to fix it. I just end up feeling like a burden, so I pretend it's all okay. I was abused by a neighbor from 11 to around 14. I didn't tell anybody because I was a boy and embarrassed by it all. The thought of my dad or brothers finding out was too much. Just packed it away. He died when I was away at college. Good riddance. I'm sorry this happened to you. Consider talking to a therapist. I spend all my time at work on Reddit. Same. I operate heavy machinery. I am pretty much a mess about getting older. If I go by my family history, I have less than 15 years left. I have found myself thinking, well, I won't be around for that on quite a few decisions with my so I smile and say, sounds good. When I was 20 plus, I always told everyone I won't live to 30. My 30th birthday, my friends looked at me for that. Now I almost 40 and stopped worrying about age. We all die at some point eventually. I recently found out that I have an extra 10k in student debt. I've already finished watching season 4 of Lucifer. I binge watched it when our daughter was sick and slept the entire day. Me and my wife were still on season 3 when it happened, and I just pretend to be shocked whenever we watch a new episode. I will be taking this secret to the grave. I couldn't do this, even though my so wouldn't really care. I just have me shows and us shows. If she's not about, then I watch one of the former and just keep the us ones for when she's back. Seems silly, but I really enjoy watching new shows with her. Feels more fun of an experience than if I've already seen it. It's a pretty big secret. I failed high school twice and I'm faking going to college, but instead taking high school final exams. I feel sad and disappointed looking at my parents' faces. But I can't do anything, instead just give my best in the exams. My exams are from the 2nd of July. Please wish me luck. I really need it. Taking a big exam for the 3rd time here. Let's do our best. I'm planning on getting some pet ducks. When they get together, they sound like old men laughing. I'm going to grad school in the fall and leaving my company. I've known since I was interviewing, and I've always known this was just a quick stint for some money. They would not have hired me if I had told them that though. I did the same thing. I feel terrible about it because my co-workers and managers are all really great. I actually tried to tell my manager the truth today, but I chickened out because he is going to be disappointed. I am a pathological liar. I don't even mean to, but I just do at this point, and it scares me a bit. I am fixing it though. Aside from a few family members, my close friends don't know that I was kicked out 7 months ago and sleeping on an air mattress. Sometimes they'll ask me why I'm wearing things repeatedly, or just curious questions on how my mother is doing. She kicked me out. I'm still in high school and managing as much as I can with a sore back and limited space for the few things I have, but I'm living better than I was with my mother. The family computer didn't break because of downloading music. It was me and my adolescent internet browsing. It seems stupid, but after 3 kids and divorce, I can't figure out my freaking life, neither where I'm going. I carry around regrets and mom guilt and am completely lost. Not at all stupid. I'm a mom of 2, divorced, 31, and lost as frick. Everyone kinda is. You are not alone. The kiddos don't need a superhero, just you. My wife cheated on me and we are going through the start of the divorce process. My family doesn't even know. I'm in agony every day. I had some surgery that went very wrong and I am struggling to keep motivated to keep going. I'm a grown man and I love Winnie the Pooh. I don't own any memorabilia or anything, but I watch YouTube vids and if I see it on TV I have to watch it. I like having crushes, but not actually doing anything about them. Partially because I enjoy the blissful feeling of liking someone, and partially because that gets ruined whenever I actually do anything about it. I get crushes on people I don't even think I'm attracted to. I just like picturing myself in a relationship in my head, and cycle through people every couple of months based on the last decently good looking person who's been nice to me. I regret deeply not bonding more with my college class. I just now realized that I was liked by them and I kinda pushed them away all these years. Dang. Gotta make sure I'm not doing that. I want to tell my boyfriend I love him, but I think he needs to get help for his mental health issues before this relationship moves forward. You should talk to him about it. It'll help him and might help your relationship. Just be nice and non-judgmental. I think about suicide 20 times a day. This has been going on for about 15 years now. Only my doctor knows. I'm afraid of my neighbor. I don't know why, but he just creeps me out. He's always staring at me, occasionally makes comments on my body. Oh, is that you? I thought for sure someone sent a model over. You have a great body for a teenager. Those shorts look awfully short on you. I'm 14. He and my dad are friends and is always over at my house. When he comes over, I'll always hide in my room. My mom doesn't like him either because of the time he came during my baby sister's sleepover and just sat in silence at the fire pit while my dad went inside to get drinks. I'm afraid to say anything to my dad because I know he isn't able to get out with his friends a lot and he really likes my neighbor. But I can't shake the feeling that something is just off with him. I'm dad to a 14-year-old. I'd be pee if I found out some grown-ass man was creeping on my daughter and no one told me, especially if it was some guy I knew. So there's that side of it as well. I'm really big on honesty because of growing up with a narcissistic parent. However, I never tell people that I am bipolar. I am a PTA mom in the suburbs. The judgment and stigma that would come along with that knowledge would likely affect my entire family. Sorry, my good friend where I live is on the PTA board and is pretty vocal about her struggles with bipolar and her fight to not self-harm. We have embraced her and provide whatever kind of support we can. I hope you can find more supportive people. My dad hits me. When I was 6, I said it to a kindergarten teacher and she reported it to Child Protective Services. My dad told me to say nothing, and when he managed to convince them that I was just making stuff up and they left, he began hitting me several times. He kept saying that I was the reason that the family is falling apart. He kept threatening me with saying that he would send me to an orphanage or leave me in the streets. What could I do? I was 6 years old, for God's sake. He has always made fun of me and talking crap to me while bragging to others about my achievements. He has socially isolated me and my siblings. The only times we could go outside was to and from school. If we came later than expected, he would try to find us and hit us in the car. Now I'm seeing as my older sister becomes like him. Crazy, delusional, not wanting to see why they are wrong, violent and manipulative. I'm lucky to have my mom who kept me sane through all this. We still live with that butthole, but he's less violent. If I didn't have my mom, I think I wouldn't even be here today, honestly. I have luckily not become like him. I vow to never be like him. I'm glad that I haven't gotten any serious mental disorders from all this. I'm an optimistic person. You can always talk to me if you want. You see me most of the time with a smile. Despite this, I have met great friends in school and my little sister and my mom who's with me. Sorry for ranting. I haven't told anyone this before. Wish you all the best of luck. I am physically falling apart. My health is a chain of unfortunate events. I quit smoking. I barely drink. I stay physically fit enough to remain in the military, yet I fight every day just to pretend I am okay. I'm tired of being in physical pain with every little thing. But I will continue the charade until something finally gives permanently. It actually scares me. I hate that I am 45 years old and feel as if I am 80. My maternal grandfather was a hitman who killed several politicians and activists in his country during a very corrupt time. He moved to the US and remarried. My paternal grandfather was a corrupt politician who hired hitmen on his political opponents and embezzled right before stepping down from office and avoiding indictment. Not sure if they ever met. BC, this is all I know and found this all out by chance. I don't think even my own parents know this much. Would be crazy if your paternal GF once hired your maternal GF for a hit and then they met at your parents' wedding. I secretly recorded my fiance yesterday. I got him to talk about his D&D character and I didn't want to forget anything because I am going to commission an art piece of it for his birthday. It's killing me to keep it a secret because I tell him everything. I hope he likes it. This is adorable. What a thoughtful gift. Best of luck. About 15 years ago I slept with my high school teacher. Literally never spoke about it out loud to anyone, ever. This is actually the first time I wrote it down even. Guess 15 years is long enough for it to feel like it just doesn't matter anymore. I sometimes hope my grandma passes away soon. She has severe dementia and Alzheimer's, and my mum is the only person my grandma will allow to help her, which means she's basically on call 24/7. She's aggressive, a runner, and basically has the mind of a toddler. I feel like an butthole for thinking it, but we've mourned losing who she used to be. Losing her physically would mean she could be at peace, and my mum could finally take a break. I lost contact to all my friends months ago. I still try to be happy and smile through everything. I am a pretty positive person. I think there will come better times, but especially now in summertime when I see everyone on social media are outside going swimming or having a cookout. It's kinda sad to be at home all the time or go for a walk by yourself all the time. Why is it so hard to find new friends? Damn, haha. One of my best friend's dad cheated on his wife with a secretary or something and she got pregnant. They kept her baby. That was around the time my friend was born. Fast forward 19 years later and on work I met this guy who looks lots like my friend. When he figures out that I know him, he tells me his story. My friend to this day doesn't know he has a half brother living in the same city as him. And I can tell him because the half brother promised me not to, because his dad won't allow it. Yep, fricked up crap right there. I'm a digital artist who made a bunch of paid commissions already. However, it's all cheated. I use a software for the anatomy and just trace over it. I've become that good in linear and coloring, where the obvious tracer red flags don't work anymore. I've never wanted this to come that far, but as soon as I made my first traced drawing, I got sucked into an abyss that is impossible to leave. All my friends know me as the artist. There are many I wouldn't ever been able to talk with without my art. But most importantly, my parents are proud of my work and call me talented. For the fact that I live in constant fear that my parents are disappointed of me. Hearing them compliment my drawings is everything to me, but it hurts so much seeing them love a work I've no right to present, especially when I try to fit in and complain about tracers, while I'm just one of them. This is going on for 3 years by now. Bloody heck, don't trace. Either you get caught, or you'll suffer because you weren't hit to your senses. If you have a good eye for lighting and a good line, then start practicing figures and do some life drawing. Put in the work to feel good presenting pieces. Even though I have a master's degree, I don't know if I'll ever figure out what I want to do with my life. Nothing really pulls me. My nasty experience is that I don't want to talk to my shrink about, because it disturbs me even after all this time. Hey, I'm almost a shrink. If you don't feel comfortable enough to share anything with your therapist, don't feel obligated to. Whatever you both are doing seems to be working for you to realize that. That I'm in love with Lauren doesn't mean a crap to you, but for me it does. I wish a couple of my exes would talk to me again, even just as friends. I miss them a lot.
Man, I sure do love great content, and I'm working on some of that over at Updoot, man. So you should go there right now. Go there. Go if you aren't subscribed to this channel, subscribe. Then go over to Updoot, man. Right there. You click right there. You click right there. You better do it. So help me, you better go over there because you deserve something good. I put my heart and soul into this stuff, man. You don't even understand. No pressure.